the cells. Let's talk about how our cells feel the frequency, how we are able to really shift that consciousness and that thinking in that moment. Because you use affirmations all the time. And you said, if you do these affirmations for 21 days, your life is going to change.
Oh, you can rewrite your DNA. And this is not me saying it. This is actual scientists. Peer-reviewed science. A duplicated, replicated study was done where they said, okay, we're going to have a group of people. We're going to take their vitals and everything else. We're going to check their body, check them on the cellular level. And then we're going to have them do positive affirmations for 21 days. So people were doing positive affirmations 6 to 9 times a day for 21 days. And when they came back to get another checkup and some blood work done, they found that they had pretty much began to rewrite their own DNA. So that's mind-blowing, that we have the power ourselves, without any kind of surgery, without any kind of prescription drug, to actually rewrite our own DNA just by speaking positively of ourselves and speaking positive affirmations. I made a song called Affirmations. It's my #1 song.
Not you, an artist, Billy. I've
been on Billboard.
Oh, what?
2018, Return of Enki album. I produced the album, and I appear on 4 songs on the album. I've got 340 songs in global distribution right now.
Wow.
I make more money than most rappers. I never had to go to a club and pop a bottle.
Yeah. Clock that tea. Billy said, I don't have to go make no club appearances,
I ain't got to do that. I got songs playing on TV shows, Atlanta Housewives, documentaries, movies, playlists at mall, shopping centers. Yeah.
We sitting at dinner, we listen to Billy Carson.
You don't even know. You have no idea.
You don't even know.
Yeah. And I'm coming out with a new album right now that I'm co-producing with 21 Savage's producer right now.
Billy, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you rapping?
Every now and then I drop a verse every now and then. There's a song called Black Night, which actually got charted, and I have a chart plaque called Black Night, and that came out, and I'm actually on 1 verse on that album.
21 Savage is on your album?
Not 21 Savage, his producer.
Oh, okay.
He's helping me co-produce an album right now, a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your rap name?
Forbidden Knowledge.
Oh, okay.
You can look it up on Spotify.
I know he was,
Get on Spotify, Apple, whatever, Deezer.
These girls excited. Ooh, they like it. Look, Billy, where your chain at, baby? Where the chain at?
I make a lot of songs. I try to make songs that are all 432 hertz. So so all my songs are on the right frequency. I have some 528, but mostly 432. So 432, 528 hertz frequency, which is good.
This very heart frequency.
Frequency, good for the DNA, good for the cells in the body.
The nervous system.
Because you want your body to celebrate. You want your cells to celebrate. You don't want your cells to disintegrate, which is what 440 hertz does. So all my songs are encoded at 432 and 528 hertz. I have meditation tracks. I have some meditation tracks that are all 11 minutes, 11 seconds. I've got some that are shorter, meditation videos, and I have conscious hip-hop songs, but it doesn't sound like it's being preached to. It sounds like trap music. But when you start hearing the lyrics, you're like, well, let me look that up. Now I got a researcher on my hands. I done turned this kid into a researcher, like Anunnaki. What the hell is that? Now they're looking into ancient civilizations and stuff, you see? So I did a reverse psychology. I said, let me go after these kids by giving them music that they like, that they know, because the first thing you hear is the beat. If you like the beat, they got you hooked. You don't know the words right away.
Yeah.
Then you learn the hook. Now I got the hook. The hook has to be powerful, and it has to teach something. And then from there, you get the lyrics. Now I want to know what the hell I'm saying, because this song is bomb. Now when they look it up, now I got them Googling and researching everything I want them to think about.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've talked about 2 affirmations in particular that you've been very vocal about. I am the architect of my life, and I am worthy.
Yeah.
And when you break down the whole idea, because I am worthy is one of mine.
Yeah.
And I say that I am worthy, I am enough, I am a captivating woman, I am loved, I am cared for, I am adored in the world.
Yeah.
And so I say those things to myself. So I attract love, and I feel like people like me.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm captivated,
Yeah.
But you talk about being the architect of your life and being worthy, because for so many moments in your childhood, you did not feel worthy.
I didn't feel worthy. I felt like I was, grew up in abject poverty. I mean, I came from beneath the gutter, like literally. People have no idea how hard it was to be able to go outside and take a bath in your backyard, because with the water hose connected to your neighbor's house, by the way.
Wow.
Because we didn't have water.
Wow.
We didn't have enough money to empty the septic tank. There wasn't a sewer system back then. It was a septic tank. I don't know if the neighborhood has sewer now, but we had a septic. And so it was full and overflowing. And our house was the stinkest house because the sewage was literally flowing out from the top of the grass in the front yard. And we didn't, because of that, you couldn't take showers in the house and you couldn't run water in the sink when you did have water because it would fill up with sewage. Okay? Yeah. So we had to go outside and steal fruits off of trees from neighbors' houses to eat those fruits. A lot of times we just had a box of matzo crackers, Jewish crackers with thin wafers and butter, or Cairo syrup and toast, that white clear syrup on top of toast. Sometimes neighbors would give us some food here and there, and holes in my shoes, holes in my pants. I was growing so fast, all my crotches were ripped open because the pants were too small. I would get picked on because I only had 2 pairs of pants. So I had to outsmart everybody to stop getting picked on. I'd go to the store and get the Ritz dye.
I read this story about you, yeah.
Dye the pants. I would bleach them first, then dye them and dry them out and change the colors. So it looked like I had multiple pairs of pants. And I would wear a very oversized T-shirt to cover the crotch area so that people couldn't see the hole in my crotch. And, unfortunately, the last time my mom bought me shoes, which was the most embarrassing thing, was the beginning of the school year. She only had $5, and McGregor had a sale at Kmart for the football cleats. So I wore football cleats to school as my school shoes.
Wow.
With the rubber nubs. Not only did I wear them to school, I played basketball with them and ran track with them. I never played football.
Bless your heart.
So I know what it's like to suffer and struggle and be poor and broke and have nothing to eat. And like I said, taking showers outside and not having electricity. And because of the gunfire in the neighborhood, sometimes we'd have to sleep on the floor, because you need the baseboard as extra protection against random bullets coming into the house. Because we even had a couple of bullet holes from the cinder blocks on the outside of the house. We got hit with a couple of bullets, the house did. And so it was like, seeing neighbors get killed, murdered, and all that. It was an event every day. The crossing guard, back then, crossing guards used to be kids. They changed it now, and I'm pretty sure it had to do with kids abusing other kids or bullying other kids, because our crossing guard would try to rob us for our school money or our food, depending on which one we had. We'd have to sneak into school.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is the kind of conditions, that I grew up under. And I remember my 3rd grade teacher told me, one day they were asking everyone, like, what do you want to be for a living? And people would jump up, I want to be a postman, I want to be a garbage man, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an attorney, whatever. And I jumped up and said, I want to be famous and be on TV. And the teacher said, Billy, you'll never be on TV. You'll never be famous. Look where you come from. And everyone started laughing at me. And I became like a laughing stock for months after that.
Wow.
And I cried. I cried like a baby, I ain't going to lie. And I was hurt. But in some way, that actually drove me. I didn't take the victim mindset out of that and give up on my dreams. And now I'm one of the people with the most billions of views on the most screens, probably damn near almost in the world, outside of professional athletes and professional singers. And I'm on probably over 100 TV shows on mainstream channels like Travel Channel, History Channel, Discovery Channel, Science Channel. And my topics range across the broad-ranging topics. But again, I could have let that destroy me.
Yeah.
And I could have took the PTSD mindset, but I took the PTG mindset, post-traumatic growth. I took all of that was against me, and I put it all together, and I packaged it and put it inside of my heart, and I said, I'm going to thrive because I don't deserve to be here. I deserve abundance. Abundance is my birthright.
Yeah.
I truly believed it. I believe that I deserve to live a better life. I believe that I deserve to be able to grow and develop and do things that I want to do, and that this what I'm looking at is not my reality. This is temporary. I always saw it as temporary. And one day I sold my toys door to door. I went door to door with my little toys and asked for donations.
Because you wanted the ice cream off the ice cream truck.
Correct.
And all your friends were getting ice cream.
Yeah.
And you weren't getting any.
Weren't getting any ice cream. I was like, how can they buy ice cream? Where they get this money from?
We all in the same neighborhood. Where y'all get y'all coins
I'm like,
from?
man.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to sell my toys. So I went door to door. I violated my mom's rules by leaving the front yard because the neighborhood was deadly. And I went around one block, boom, boom, boom. And I got $13 in change asking for donations for my toys. And that's when, I knew my life was going to change. And that's when I said to myself, I actually said this, it's me that's going to save me. I knew it. Yeah.
It's me that's going to save me. If that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vault Empowers Talks.